Hello viewers, Shubh Prabhat, good morning. I am Hemant Shukla and in physics today I am going to start a new topic, electric dipole. Electric dipole is a configuration in which two equal and opposite charges are placed at a small distance. For example, you may see here, suppose this is minus q charge and this is plus q charge. They are kept at a very small distance. Then this configuration is known as electric dipole. There are many examples of electric dipole in nature. For example, in HCl, H plus ion and Cl minus ion are situated at a very small distance of the order of 1 angstrom, nearly 1 angstrom. Now for further discussion, be ready with your copy and pen. So students, as you may see here, this is topic electric dipole. Di means two and pole is used for charges. This is plus q charge and this is minus q charge. So this is an electric dipole. They are kept at a small distance. In this figure, distance between the charges is 2a and O is the midpoint of this electric dipole. Now electric dipole moment, product of any one charge, take any one charge, minus q or plus q, take the magnitude of this charge and multiply this with the displacement between the charges 2a. So this product is known as electric dipole moment. As you may see here, P is equal to Q into 2a, mod of P is equal to 2qa. Now its unit of Q is coulomb, A is meter, so its unit is coulomb into meter. Now here are some dipoles. This is carbon dioxide molecule, C plus Cl plus O minus O minus. This is CO2. So since this is plus and this is minus, so dipole moment is in this direction. No, listen carefully. Since this is plus and this is minus, so dipole moment is from minus to plus charge. Electric dipole moment is a vector quantity and its direction is from minus to plus q charge, not from plus to minus. Its direction is minus to plus charge. In electric field lines are emerging from plus q and terminating at minus q, but direction of dipole moment is from minus charge to plus charge. So this is 1p and this is 1p and this is other p. Since they are equal and opposite, therefore net dipole moment in carbon dioxide molecule is 0. Now in H plus and Cl minus there is permanent dipole moment. In H2O there is permanent dipole moment. This is P and this is P and this is resultant of P. Now next topic is to derive a formula for electric field intensity due to an electric dipole at a point situated on its axis known as axial position. As you may see here, this is minus q charge and this is plus q charge. They are at a distance 2a. Now we have to calculate electric field intensity at point C. If we extend this line AB, then C is on this extended line. Now midpoint of this dipole is O. Distance of point C from O is R. Now BC is equal to R minus A. BC is equal to R minus A, and AC is equal to R plus A. Now electric field intensity due to plus Q charge at point C, E1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon BC square into unit vector P. Now we have taken is not the square of R, we have taken the square of, so we have taken here BC square, because electric field intensity is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So distance of this point from C is BC. Now BC is equal to R minus A. Similarly, electric field intensity due to minus Q charge, this is in this direction, and this is equal to E2 is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon AC square into unit vector P along CB. These two fields are in opposite direction to each other. So net field will be along BC because E1 is greater than E2. Now to calculate net field, E at C, E is equal to E1 plus E2. Mod of E1 is greater than mod of E2. Now E will be equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon R minus A whole square minus 1 upon R plus A whole square into unit vector P along BC. So E is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square minus A square whole square, and in numerator we have R plus A whole square minus R minus A whole square into unit vector P. So E is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Expand these expressions and solve. We will get E is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 4A R upon R square minus A square whole square into unit vector P. Now we may write like this: E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2 into 2QA into R upon R square minus A square whole square into unit vector P. 2QA is equal to P, electric dipole moment. So E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 2P R upon R square minus A square into unit vector P. Now if R is greater than A, see here, if this R is greater than this A, then we can leave this term A square. So this become 2P R upon R to the power 4, and this R will be cancelled by 1 of this R. So E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon into 2P upon R cube into unit vector P. This is expression for E. Now electric field intensity due to dipole is inversely proportional to R cube, means E is proportional to 1 by R cube in case of electric dipole. In case of point charge, E is proportional to 1 by R square, but in case of electric dipole, E is proportional to 1 by R cube. Now next derivation is electric field intensity at a point on equatorial line of electric dipole. As you may see here, this is an electric dipole. This is minus Q charge and this is plus Q charge, and you are seeing here a perpendicular line. Now if this perpendicular line bisects the distance between the charges, then any point situated on this line is known as point. We say that point is in equatorial point of this electric dipole. This is A, this is B. Distance between A and B is 2A, and OA is equal to OB is equal to small a. Distance of point C from midpoint of AB is R. Now distance of C from point B will be equal to under root R square plus A square, and CA will also be equal to under root r square plus a square, because COB is an right angle triangle. So by Pythagoras theorem, BC is hypotenuse, so this is one side of right angle triangle, this is other side of right angle triangle. So by Pythagoras theorem, this CB will be equal, square of CB will be equal to a square plus r square, or CB will be equal to r square plus a square, under root r square plus a square. Similarly, CA is equal to under root r square plus a square. Now direction of electric field intensity at point C due to plus Q charge will be in this direction, and direction of electric field intensity due to minus Q charge will be along CA, and magnitude of E1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square plus a square, because under root r square plus a square is square of under root r square plus a square. So this is written as r square plus a square, and along BC, magnitude of E2 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square plus a square, and its direction is along CA. Now in this diagram, this is E1, this is E2. Now if this angle is theta, this angle is theta, then this angle will be equal to 2 theta. Now here E1 and E2 are vectors, so we will apply the law of addition of vector. So one method is that we can add these two vectors with the help of law of parallelogram method, and other is by taking mutually perpendicular components of E1 and E2, that is by resolving E1 and E2. So in this diagram, this is E1 and this is mutually perpendicular components, means resolved part of E1. One is E1 sin theta, other is E1 cos theta. Similarly, due to E2, this is E2 sin theta and this is E1 cos theta. So net field is along this direction, which is equal to E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. Now E1 sin theta and E2 sin theta will cancel each other. So net resultant of vector E1 and E2 is along this direction. Now by substituting the value of E1 and E2, we can calculate its magnitude, and as you may see here, its direction is opposite to this vector P, which is electric dipole moment. Direction of dipole moment is from minus Q to plus Q charge, and direction of this E is resultant E in this direction, which has been shown in this diagram, not here, just to avoid confusion, because this area will be very crowded. So I have a separate diagram for this portion. This is point C. So therefore net field E is equal to E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta and multiplied by unit vector minus P. Now from diagram, cos theta is equal to OB upon BC. This OB upon BC. So cos theta is equal to A upon under root A square plus R square. Now we may solve it. Net field E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon A square plus R square into 2 cos theta. So E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon A square plus R square into 2, and value of cos theta is equal to A upon under root A square plus R square. Solving it, we get is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into P upon A square plus R square to the power 3 by 2 into unit vector P. Now again, if R is greater than A, then A will be negligible as compared to R. Therefore expression becomes E is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into vector P upon R cube, whose direction is parallel to BA for equatorial point. So this is expression for electric field intensity due to an electric dipole for a equatorial point. Now next derivation, what happens when we put an electric dipole in external electric field. For example, you may see here, this is an uniform electric field and we put this dipole in this electric field. Direction of electric dipole moment is making an angle theta with the direction of E. So what happens? Plus q charge will experience an force in the direction of field. F is equal to q into E. And minus q charge will experience a force F is equal to q into E in the opposite direction of field. Now these two forces try to align this dipole in the direction of field. So these two forces are equal and opposite. So their resultant is 0. But since their line of action of force are not same, therefore these two forces forms an electric dipole which tends to rotate it in anti-clockwise direction. So for derivation for torque, as we know that torque or moment of force is given by the formula torque is equal to force into distance between the line of action of force. So F is equal to QE and distance between the forces is this much, BC. Now this BC is equal to AB sin theta. This angle is theta, BC upon AB sin theta. Therefore BC is equal to AB sin theta. So torque is equal to F into BC. F is QE into AB sin theta, or QE into 2A sin theta, as AB is equal to 2A. This AB is equal to 2A, distance between the dipoles. So this is equal to Q into 2 into E sin theta. So tau is equal to P sin theta into unit vector n cap. So torque tau is equal to P cross E. So torque is a vector quantity because it is vector product of P and E. Now what will be direction of this torque? E is in this direction, P is in this direction, and its tendency is to rotate like this. So P cross E, ये जो वेक्टर P है इसको ऐसे रोटेट कर रहे हैं. P क्रॉस E जो हमने लिया, तो when we rotate and screw like this, its motion will be in inward direction. See here, this is an screw. If it is kept perpendicular to the plane of the paper, then when we rotate it clockwise, it will move in, its direction of movement will be inward, means perpendicular to paper and inside. So direction of torque is perpendicular to this plane and inward. Again, look in this diagram. For the direction of torque, rotate this screw anti-clockwise and this will advance in this direction. If this is perpendicular to the plane of the paper, its direction will be inward. Now unit of torque, Newton meter. Have a look in this diagram. This is diagram showing the direction of torque tau. B E, this is E, this is P, and this is torque tau. Now what will happen if we put electric dipole in a non-uniform electric field? See, when dipole was kept in uniform electric field, it has a tendency to rotate, but there is no translatory motion because both the forces are equal and opposite. But when put this dipole in non-uniform electric field, what happens? Suppose this is non-uniform electric field, its value here is more and here is less, so plus q charge will experience more force and minus q charge will experience less force because F is equal to q into E. So net force will be along the direction of field and dipole will start to move in the direction of field. Now in this diagram, suppose dipole is kept like this, this is plus q, this is minus q. The force on minus q will be in this direction, which is more, and force of plus q is in this direction, which is less. So dipole will start to move in this direction because net force is in this direction. Now try to understand why a glass rod rubbed with silk attracts bits of paper. We know that glass rod is positively charged, so near this end of glass rod field is more, and as we move away from the glass rod field is less. So when this glass rod is kept near the bits of paper, minus charge induces at this end of paper and plus charge at this end. So what will happen? This paper will experience a force in this direction, and this is the reason why bits of paper are attracted towards the glass rod. So this is for today. I am leaving the topic here. You revise it by seeing the video. Thanks